Yesterday I have discussed about the animal fiber and the animal fiber wool. Okay, the another animal fiber is silk. So today I am going to tell you about the silk. Okay, the silk is obtained from silkworm. Previously, just remember that in wool I have told you that the wool is obtained from animal. Okay, it is obtained from sheep, and the hairs are present on the body of sheep. But silkworm, in the case of silkworm, the silk is obtained from silkworm. Okay, so it is another animal fiber, and it is soft, light in weight and strong. The silk fiber is very strong, and one more thing I want to tell you about the silk, that it is very good to wear in both the seasons, either in summer or winter. The silk gives you warm during the winter and keeps you cool during the summer. So the silk fiber is very good, very shiny, and the people, especially the ladies, used to wear the clothes, silk sari, silk suit, the material made up of silk, especially in the special occasions. Okay, because it is very costly, as well as somehow it is good as well as bad for the nature. So I will tell you one by one that how silk is obtained and the whole process for obtaining silk fiber from silk moth. Okay, so the production of silk, or you can say rearing of silk moth, is called sericulture. Sericulture is the process of obtaining silk from a silk moth. The silk was first developed in China, and now about 5,000 years ago. That means China was the first country who developed the silk, and in India it comes about 1700 years ago. Okay, so as I have told you that the silk is obtained from silk moth. So here, with the help of a figure, I am going to tell you that how silk is obtained from silk moth. This is the life cycle of a silk moth. It involves the various process, various stages. Due to that, you can obtain the silk from silk moth. Okay, so come and study this diagram. So now, students, I am going to tell you about the life history of a silk moth. Here it is a diagram that showing the life cycle of a silk moth. You can use your books for this diagram, so that I am going to explain it one by one step. You will be able to understand it more clearly if you will take your book in your hand. If this figure is not clear to you, then you can take your book. Okay, so life history of a silk moth. There are 4 stages in the life cycle of silk moth. How many stages are there? 4 stages. The stages are egg, caterpillar, pupa and adult. Let us start from here. This is the stage egg. Okay. This is egg. This is pupa. Okay. The silk moth is laying egg. From egg, this is the egg moult. This is right silkworm. Egg, cocoon, pupa and adult. This is a adult. When silkworm is capable of laying egg again, then it is called as adult. So there are 4 stages in the life cycle of a silk moth, that are egg, caterpillar, pupa and adult. With the help of these 4 stages, we will be able to know that how the silk is obtained from silk moth. The female silk lays hundreds of eggs on mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves, why it lays eggs on mulberry leaves? Because the silk moth feed that mulberry leaves. So you can see in this step the egg laying stage. Here the female silk moth is laying hundreds of eggs. 100 means not exactly 100, it may be more than or less than 100. Hundreds of eggs at a time. Now this is the stage when silk moth is laying egg. Okay, at the larva hatched the salivary gland. At this stage, this is spinning of filament. The ripe silkworm starts spinning of filament, and the salivary gland starts secreting the stick fluid that forms a thread. Means from the this thread line, when this ripe silkworm starts secreting some saliva-like structure, that is further converted into a thread, and that thread-like structure is called as cocoon. That means cocoon is the stage from where we can obtain the silk fiber. That means during the whole life cycle of a silk moth, cocoon is that stage from which we can obtain silk fiber. But here I am telling you about the life cycle of a silkworm. So here the cocoon, now the cocoon shall open like this. And this structure is called as pupa. Okay, when cocoon shell opens, then this structure is called as pupa. That means what is pupa? When cocoon shell, the thread-like structure is called cocoon, and caterpillar, the caterpillar that we obtain on this stage, now it is converted into pupa. After 10 to 12 days, what will happen? The matting take place, the emergence of cocoon take place, and now this caterpillar is capable, the pupa is capable, or now the pupa is converted into a silk moth which can lay egg, and which the further process can continue again. So now I am going to tell you how we can obtain silk fiber from cocoon. This is the life history, the life cycle of a silk moth. That how we can obtain the silk from how the life cycle of a silk moth goes on. But I want to tell you about the fiber. How we can obtain the silk fiber from a silk moth. So there are so many steps for obtaining fiber from a silkworm. Now I am going to tell you about the steps which involve during the process from cocoon to silk fiber. Okay. Now students, I am going to tell you that how you can obtain silk from cocoon. Previously I have told you that the cocoon is the stage from where you can obtain the silk fiber. But after cocoon, the processes which are involved for obtaining the silk fiber is as follows. There are 10 steps for obtaining silk fiber from cocoon. So let us see it one by one. Eggs of silk moth are stored carefully. Silk moth, when laying thousands of eggs at a time, then it is stored very carefully, and it is in the step 2, it is kept in hygienic condition. Hygienic so that this can be safe and better for converting it into a caterpillar and pupa. Okay. Silk moth and caterpillar kept in bamboo place. Whatever the silk moth we are storing in a hygienic condition, they are kept in a hygienic state, and here it is fed on freshly chopped. Chopped means cut it into a smaller piece, then it is fed on freshly chopped mulberry leaves. When the caterpillar stops feeding, there will come a stage when caterpillar stops feeding, then it is shifted to the chamber. The chamber is made up of a bamboo, and why the caterpillar is shifted to a bamboo chamber? So that it can spin cocoon. That means the stage from where caterpillar can be converted into cocoon. At the end of pupal stage, the moth cuts and cocoon flies out. This is the stage that we can see in this diagram. That means at pupal stage, what we can see when moths are cut, then the cocoons can fly out. Okay, the alternate hot and cold process done for making the silk fiber soft. Okay. The silk filament, then after that at the ninth stage, the silk fibers are separated from cocoon. When the in alternate manner the hot and cold, it is immersed in a hot and cold water, then silk fiber is separated from cocoon, and the process of separation of silk fiber from cocoon is called as reeling. Reeling of silk. So the question may come, what is reeling? The reeling is the process of separating silk fiber from cocoon. Then it is spun to make silk thread. Then at the last process, at the last step, the silk fiber that we obtain on a step 9 can be spun to make silk thread, and with the help of silk thread, the variety of clothes can be prepared. But students, there is a harmful effect of this silk fiber also. As you know that during the cocoon stage, if the moths are cut, then cocoon flies out. So if we keep this cocoon in a boiling water, then all the moths dies. यानी इस प्रोसेस में सारे के सारे सिल्क मॉथ क्या होते हैं, डाई हो जाते हैं, खत्म हो जाते हैं. यानी कहीं ना कहीं ये प्रोसेस, इस प्रोसेस में सिल्क मॉथ डाई हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, जब वो डाई होते हैं तभी हमें सिल्क फाइबर मिलता है. उसके अलावा एक स्टेप हमने लिखा है दैट इट इज इमर्स्ड इन बॉइलिंग वाटर. सो वर्कर्स whatever the whoever the workers which are working on a silk company, silk production company, they have to immerse their hand in a boiling water. That may be harmful for their skin. गरम पानी में हाथ डालना उनके लिए बहुत हार्मफुल हो सकता है. इसके अलावा in this process it produces a lot of fumes. During this process, a lot of fumes are produced, which is toxic in nature, that may cause some breathing problem. Okay. Another side effect of the process is that the machines can create, the machines which are using in the process of obtaining silk fiber produces a lot of noise that may cause the hearing problems. So students, in this way you will see that you have seen that there is a lot of effect as well as side effect of obtaining silk fiber from a silk moth. That all was about this chapter, your fiber to fabric. Now prepare your notes, whatever